team has sim wall soon. That can make or break this team fight. That sim wall. Right now. There it is! Ah! Oh no, the queen has ult again! Oh, look at that tree! That. There is no way. On your Reaper, start using your Wraith a little bit more. You kind of use your buttons almost randomly at times. And 2, better position on Torb. Don't sit in the middle of the open. All right, so today's video, we are back with another Where Are They Now? Best way to describe Where Are They Now is we have spectated the person that we're watching before, and months later, I don't know the exact time in between this, usually it's about 3 to 6 months later, they get to resubmit again, and we try to also guess where they are now, if they've been able to look at some of the advice we've given them and improve off of that. So I'm curious to see where they go. Their main issue beforehand was spamming cooldowns for the sake of just spamming cooldowns. And then now we actually watched them on this same map before, and now we're gonna see if they've made some changes. So their description here is, last time you saw me playing Reaper and Torb, however, since that video was made, I have switched up my hero selection quite a bit. So this game, I started on Ashe, good selection on this map, but then I saw the most glorious thing. They had a Hanzo. Now this used to bother me, but now because I play him, I'm happy to see them as it means I can have a duel. Well, Hanzo also got nerfed and doesn't headshot one shot anymore. But so after I died, I decided to go Hanzo as well and duel them. And I was once again in a very intense match. To be honest, I was not sure I was really doing anything or enough this match. Nambani attack for me on DPS is insanely hard. A lot of people run into that issue. It's just about setting up map control and angles. I'll explain as you're on attack. And I have no idea who to play, so I just stuck with Hanzo and followed my diva in. Wait, you dove with a diva? Or, okay, we'll see. I am looking for tips on positioning and mainly how the heck do I attack Nambani first point? Well, let's find out. And then we're also going to guess what rank they're at now, too. After all this. Here we go. Great start. Wonderful. I mean, that's just you overextended for too long. In my opinion. Good dynamite. Good job backing up now. You should have backed up a little bit sooner at that corner. Oh, what was their rank before? Did I say what their rank was before? I thought I did, but if not, it was, they were Plat 4 on PC. Plat 4 DPS on PC. Okay.
Hiimishie.
Plat 4 on PC. A little bit too aggro.
Hello.
All right. Think about your position here on the first point of, like, you play each corner, but you want to make sure that you're timing it correctly, right? So, like, starting here is fine, but eventually you want to back up a little bit. You're okay for now. Good dynamite. Good. Not bad. Probably could have waited 1 extra second to shoot the dynamite, but it was fine. They had enough heroes in their team, too, that could kind of get out of there and not even be affected by it, so... Okay, so I need you to stop wide peek. So you keep dying to the same thing. They have a Hanzo who's being pocketed, so you can get headshot really easily here, and you keep just, like, peeking the same corner when the Hanzo's there. So, like, I get the first peek, but you need to stop just over-peeking. You wanted to talk about positioning and etc. Your idea positioning was good when you backed up, but you need to understand that, like, okay, they now have this angle, and they can see me on this angle. It's not worth me giving them a free limb. So you want to back up to the next spot. And that spot could be here, right? Think about it as, like, a layered style. You start here, you realize they kind of have the area where, like, you're going to lose the value here. Then you back up to here, you play this corner. If it becomes an issue, you back up to this corner. Do you see? You see, like, that domino effect of where you'll go to based off of what's happening? So you're just staying here. Your next step process is go here and then go down here. So that way you can get good positioning. Straight up. That's how you want to do that. Hindsight, you could also go here, play angles, but, I mean, that's more of, like, a... It's not an issue if you're not just wide peeking them every time. Oh, you tried to go to that spot. But you went to the wrong area again. You see what I'm talking about? You missed the spot here. So then the spot that's now safe, you stand here. Do you see what you're doing? This whole sequence on defense has been bad positioning. You should not spamming your cooldowns as much anymore, but your positioning certainly is a treat. And now we see the Hanzo duel. A pocketed Hanzo duel at that. Yes, Nambani is on the list of maps that are probably getting reworked. Yep. Mm-hmm. I think they said that during their interview thing. Cool skin. Yeah, but like, there's also like, also nice shot there. You said like it's better to dynamite a Hanzo Mercy instead of the Moira with Fade. You know, I get what you're saying with that too, but sometimes there's also value in getting Fade out. I think sometimes, and maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like sometimes players like may run into an issue where they're so safe with not trying to use an ability to get Fade out that like the Moira can just get so much more value because you're not forcing out Fade. There you go. Bad. There's your Hanzo. Good job. It's always fun when you hit the when you use your arrow to like, I always call it the information arrow because basically you're getting wall hacks. Remember chat, when you hit somebody with it and they run away, it also brings the arrow with them. Yeah, they're very good. They got nerfed a little bit, but they are a good hero. I think they're not going to be a hero you'll see in too many metas, but I think they're like a good like ranked hero that you'll see can get a lot of value. Yeah, I know it's Sonic Arrow, I just call it Information Arrow sometimes.
Enemies being revived. Yes, we gotta kill him.
Wait for it.
I could use some assistance.
Wait in. Spamming up. By the way, do you notice how the moment you've gone Hanzo, you started to focus on your positioning a lot more and it's benefiting you? I want you to really think about that next time you're playing first point defense, because your position has been really good here. Playing angles, making sure you're not wide peeking, like it's been a much better second point for you. Now granted, each point can play differently, but your first point was really, that was the number one issue I saw. Your position was just not ideal. You're backing away, you're not giving them free picks. Do you see what you're doing here? I know it's a lost team fight and running away is the play to begin with, but like, this is my point. You could have been doing this so many times when you were on Ashe that you just decided not to. It's okay to peek from here for a bit. Just back out probably now. This is your back out timing. This is just to watch out for the Ramattra and not give them the value on Nemesis Storm, which I think you're going to be fine. They use their shield. They have to back up now. You have a Mauga who's close to ult. Probably get a good Storm Arrow in. Double headshot. You have your ult soon. Oh, that's a good ult by your Mauga. That could be a good ult by you, actually. Because they're stuck. I like how the soldiers got stuck on something. Or no fade. Yeah, Dragon in the Cage was correct. I wanted to see where they went with the Dragon because I also wanted to give them opportunity to make that play. It was fine. I mean, it's going to be late. It's because based off of when you get your ultimate, so. Watch out. Remember, positioning's important here. Positioning's important. Like, you see what your soldier just did? That was not good position, but I get because they had a touch of point, so. Now that ult's getting cleansed. Oh, you're really taking the angle there. Wow. Nice. Wait for it. Yeah, this is that. Honestly, that's just a situation of them making a play. I definitely respect the res attempt there. Honestly, why not at that point? Probably gonna be a safer res, but I respect it. I mean, you pretty much had to go for the res. Like, you're not surviving that, so. You want to stop the point anyway. You might have a retake here. I was going to say, they have enough low HP where I think you have a retake. Hanzo Wall's too close to you there in general. Both bubbles used, so you know there's already can die after that too. Nice shot. Nice, good job. Ended up being a good play by the team. Nice shots, good play. Yeah, I mean, good defense. Good hold. Hanzo play was much better, mainly because your Mercy didn't have to spend the whole game just resin you, because you kept getting rolled at the same spot over and over again, so that was nice. Start your attack, and this is where you say you struggle a bit is on attack. Remember, The best way to play attack, especially as DPS, is getting yourself set up on some type of angle. What rank is this? We don't know yet. I have to guess the rank at the end because I know their previous rank when we last watched them, which was Plat 4 on DPS. I now need to guess if they've climbed, if they've deranked, where they're at after having their VOD review. So, oh, nice shots. Isn't it amazing how you're killing the people? Get rolled. I love how... Isn't it amazing how you get a free pick at the exact same spot you kept getting picked off at? Keep in mind, going up on the bus spot there, though, isn't a bad spot. That's your first step. You need to clear them out, right? That's why, like, sometimes it can be good to watch the point of view of the other player that gets you, because you can see how bad your positioning is. Now you're good. This is an angle. This is fine. But right here, this is a normal thing. Now you want to climb up. Perfect. Okay, now you control this angle. Right, now there you go. You're fine. This is all fine. This whole sequence is fine. On attack. Stay right here. Pressure the hog out now. You hear the res. I'm not too worried about that. I know, like, you could have stopped the res, yes, but you also had people there that could have done the same thing, so I'm not worried about that. And now you see where they're all at. Angles, remember? Don't directly go to the side. Yeah, there you go. Don't be angled out over there. Now you're in the spot. Here you go. This is fine. You can take the shot against the Hanzo here if you want to. You just missed your shots. That's it. Yeah, go up there. Yeah, you missed your shot again. Like this is fine. Like, there you go. Nice. Good job. They can try to res that, and they probably will. You can ult if you'd like. Don't need to drop down for it. Do it from high ground too. Got cleanse out. Mercy may try to res. Focus out hog now for a second. Look for their Mercy. Nice shot. Keep this part of the map. Keep this part of the map, by the way. You're doing this right. Just stay up here. Until they can test you, you're doing it right. Didn't you say you struggled at first point attack Nabani? Didn't you say that, like, your first point attack Nabani was a struggle? Because it felt like you did exactly what you were supposed to do right there. Because, like, you took the high ground, you took an angle, you stayed on the angle, the other team couldn't control the angle, and then you won the team fight. All of that, to me, in my opinion, was exactly how you want to play that whole sequence. Like, I didn't sit there and go, wow, that was terrible. Like, I feel like that whole sequence by you was exactly how you want to play that. Yeah, and honestly, like, and someone mentioned the aim was good there too. Honestly, that fight would have been even sooner if you hit a couple of the early shots in the Hanzo. But, like, that's what you want to do. Now, let's say that they're playing that spot. You would just play the other side and control angles and part of that, right? You see what I'm saying? You played that fine. I think everything was good there. And that's why I was going through the step-by-step process. Like, let me give you an example. I'm just going to show you this. This is what happened. Say you're playing here, and then you have someone in your team here, and then they're playing here, right? They have to worry about someone up here, and they have to worry about somebody here. But a lot of players like to just stack on each other as 5. Now, whoever's here only has to worry about right here. Do you see? So if you take an angle, even if it's here, even if it's up here, heck, even if it's here, you've now created angles, right? You now have here, etc. You've created multiple angles that they have to worry about. And that's why we always talk about angles and why it's become more of a thing, is because, like, the more that you create these situations where they don't have to look straight in front of them, the better off for you. Now, there's going to be times you get 1v1, your teammates might get mad you get rolled there, and it doesn't mean you can't stack as 5. I mean, even in top 500 you will. It's just, when there's opportunity, find those angles, and you'll probably have good results. At the very worst, they get distracted, and that's better than just having them right in front of you. No shift. That could be a good ult. Mercies. Yeah. You hear the Reaper behind you? I don't know where behind you, but you heard him. Okay, well, they're dead. Maybe. Yeah, you definitely meant to do that. Nice shot. That was the classic. I'm trying to do a flick shot in this Queen and randomly headshot a Reaper. Love to see it. That's the part of Hanzo's gameplay loop, though, right? You just sometimes randomly get somebody. That's the exciting part. That's probably the most satisfying part of Hanzo, when you randomly get somebody that you don't mean to get. It's even better. Get patient on the Storm Arrow. I'm fine with the patience there. Yeah, this is fine. Once you get your ult, you can use it. I see what you're doing now, and you got rolled. They probably had the information arrow on you, my guess. Good res. And ult in. I'm fine with the ult. Takes out most of the cards. They're forced into one spot. I would go high ground here, by the way, if I was you. I think high ground would benefit you greatly, rather than just staying on the low ground. Like, this is a spot where, like, you can get more value out of just instead of this. I think like the high ground is very important, and all it takes is you wall climbing right to the right. Here we go. One more step up. Go over. Go to the right. Come on, top right. I guess you can wait a second here, but I want you to go back up there. No, back on that high ground. Get back up there.
Time for the reckoning.
You know what wouldn't have happened? If you were on the high ground, the queen ult wouldn't have gotten you. High ground and angles will be your best friend when you're playing a DPS. Sometimes, not all the time. Obviously, it depends. But if you're in a situation like this, it really will help you. Climb up. Go up. Up on the high ground. You're all focusing in one spot. Nice, good job. Okay, we'll take that. I want to see what you do here, because there's a play you can make here that if you make it, can be very helpful to your team. Back away. Back away. I mean, you can use it all if you want. I don't mind that. I'm okay with that ultimate because you're just zoning them out in like a good way. Like that's a good zone in ultimate. Like straight up. They you know they're gonna follow up with their Kitsune. Your teammates don't quite disengage it correctly, but I'm okay with that Hanzo ult. That was fine. Bastion. All right, you made an aggressive swap here. Well, I guess if like you're gonna play low ground, this is a hero to do it on. I'll give that to the other team. That was just a good play. Good Bastion ult to get you out of position. Nothing you can do about that. I mean, you could have went a different route, the angle, etc. But like, it's still like, I'm okay with that. Well, you're in a good spot now. This is gonna be great. Your right click off the wall. Perfect. Actually, that right click ended up getting him out of position too, or put him in position. One of the two. Depends how you look at it, right? Wait for it. You're purpled again. This ult's fine. Okay, so I kind of get what you're going for there, but I think you can get a little bit more value out of that by just throwing like one ultimate kind of towards you, like defensively, and then using the rest of the team. Like, I get what you're trying to do, because you're like, oh, there's a Reaper, but, like, they're just going to fade out of it, and you're just using all your abilities at once. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah. Alright, last team fight. Great job. By the way, great disengage by you there. They overextend for you. Wonderful play. That was very well played. Chat, why are you coming up with names for the Info Arrow, Data Dart, Intelligence Icicle, and Wisdom Whisker? Like, what are you even doing? One thing's for sure. In the Where Are They Now series, we initially started with you kind of just using your cooldowns to use your cooldowns. I feel like your cooldown usage is a lot better. Your positioning is really where you need to work on. And I think, like, that's where you're going to keep struggling. If you don't adjust your positioning, what you're doing right now will not work. Like, it's just not... You're going to almost hit a wall eventually, right? And I'm not talking about when you were missing all your shots half the time. It was more like eventually you're going to hit, like, this wall of positioning where, like, you just keep not going up there, right? Over and over again. Like, you just got to... What are these names? You call it a snitch stick? These aren't the ability names. Listen, sometimes you just call it information arrow. And number one thing that can help anybody in this game, think about the point of view of what the other team is going to see and that's how you know if you have bad positioning. You ever see that player where you're like, oh, what are they doing? If they react to you in that way, when they're seeing where you're at, that's how you know you're probably in a bad spot a lot of the time. And you can see that sometimes by just watching that Hanzo when they farmed you on the high ground on first point defense for the first, like, 3 minutes, right? You kept peeking the same spot, and then you go on attack, somebody peeks that, and you get an immediate limb. And you see how you can kind of learn from that, like, wait a second. Your point of view is like, this is great. Their point of view is like, what are they doing? This is a free pick. And you saw that. So now on to the next part. Have you climbed? Yeah, I think so. And the reason why I think you climbed, because one, you already changed your hero pool. Like Reaper and Torb are very map limited. at times. Like, you can play them on every map if you want to, like in a lot of ranks, but they can become very map limited, right? If you have to play Reaper on like a Junkertown, you may lose value, right? Because you just can't get there. So I'm going to say that I'm going to go Plat 2. I think you're still in Plat, but I think you've climbed in Plat a little bit. And the new rank is Gold 3. Huh? So you got rolled by the rank reset then. Oh, now you're Gold 2? So you got rolled by the rank reset, is what you're saying. Was it me, or were they... I wanted to guess Gold. I don't know, I really wanted to guess Gold. I watched a lot of Gold games, and it didn't feel like a Gold game. At the same time, I guess you did learn new heroes, because you used to play Reaper and Torb only, so, like, I guess it makes sense. I think if you just keep doing what you're doing, you'll probably climb. Just work on your positioning. That's that simple. Like, just work on your positioning. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to all 3 YouTubes if you haven't. If you want to submit your own spectating, that could eventually turn into a Where Are They Now? Look in the description below. You'll see my Discord. That's where you do that. Also, leave a comment. Let me know what you think of this. What rank were you guessing throughout this? So leave a comment. All that helps. Let me see all of that. We also record these live on stream. Look below the webcam. You can see the Twitch chat. We have a lot of fun here, so stop by if you haven't. And with that being said, hope you all have an amazing day / night.